saying that.
It's an interesting question to pose. Because then it's like, how do you want it back?
Yeah.
And these people want it, so how are you going to get it off them?
Yeah.
It's the same thing with like the Indigenous rights in Sydney.
Yeah.
It's like, we want our land back. And it's like, okay, what does that actually look like?
Yeah. To the furthest extent.
Yeah, like, do we want it back? We want our land back. It's right, always has, always will be our land. What does that look like?
Yeah.
Exactly. In like a perfect world, if you really kind of play that through, I think people have to get killed. There's got to be some deaths. I would say.
That is the only thing.
Unless, because I don't even know how often it's like being questioned. We like sit down and say, okay, what does it look like exactly? And it's like this group or whatever who was like, they have this place now. They're going to give it back. I think it would be
large unresidential parks and like areas that are given to elders.
Would that be enough?
I don't know.
To have it back.
Yeah, it's very subjective.
Maybe when
it's
you
like,
keep
are you
it so
saying
vague?
You want like a hub or all of it?
You can keep it vague because
or like
then
50%, 10%, 5%, 1%, 0.1%, 90%. Do you want to be like the government? Like people own it, but it's yours. It's like you're the queen. It's like it's still my land, but you are renting it essentially.
Yeah, maybe
you have this indefinite rent.
Yeah,
that's like you own it, you've bought it.
Yeah,
but it's still like we could just buy it back off you anytime we want, and it's ours.
I don't even know how that. I don't even know how that looks. Are you reaping like the money
like
off the
England.
land? Right.
Yeah. That's England. Like you don't own property in England. It's all the Queen's.
Interesting. I
but
didn't even know that.
You've bought it indefinitely. But at any time, the royals can just take your house and buy it off you.
Are they getting any percentage? Are they getting money off your place at all?
Tax.
Oh, so they're getting the tax.
Yeah, for everything you do.
Interesting. So there's some sort of like...
I don't know exactly how it works for the royals and the government and what they get.
Let's look it up.
No, we're just gonna ponder.
We're gonna... No, we're gonna
assume.
We're gonna assume. I think they're getting like 15... We just make assumptions.
They're getting 15% of your hard-earned money. That's what they're getting.
It's good. You just run with that idea.
There was a protest on just tonight.
What about?
As I was walking through Hyde Park about Palestine.
Really? What's going on there?
And they were just walking through the dark, and there were only like 30 of them, and there were probably 30 cops just circling them, just guiding them through.
What are they saying?
Just the usual chants.
Really?
Yeah.
30. Yeah. That's not good.
I mean, it's a Friday night.
Got stuff to do. It's sad because it's always been that thing. It's like it's gonna have to die down.
It's fading. It is sad.
Piers Morgan came out with a new debate.
Oh, a whole new topic.
Not a new topic. Just had another guy on. The
Irish
guy.
All this is happening.
I know, this is how the world's kind of moved on.
Yeah.
It's awkward.
And it's sad that it's like they're about to start war with Lebanon.
Are they actually?
Yeah.
Okay, what's going on?
And then once that starts, they're really just going to get forgotten.
Yeah, because it'll be like...
all eyes will be on Lebanon now. There will be no eyes on Rafah anymore. All the footage and content coming out will just be conflict between the IDF and Lebanon forces. And like
so what's going on? They're about to go to war with Hezbollah.
Yeah.
Is that the...
Who's a far bigger army. They have way more missiles.
Yeah.
They're fully trained.
It's going to be a better fight.
Well, they couldn't even win. They're outnumbered completely.
Is all of Lebanon going to get drawn into this?
Yeah, of course.
Really?
Tiny little country.
I thought Hezbollah is like a crazy small percentage of like, even
They're
just in terms of
Lebanon.
the parties.
I think it's half.
I thought they were like 5%.
I don't think
or something crazy. I'm going to look
I think the approval rating potentially, but I don't think the actual numbers.
Oh, how many people?
I think they have 100,000 soldiers.
Gosh.
Hamas is like 30,000.
And
they're untrained. They have a very small experience and everything. They don't have many missiles. They're like, they're making it out of house held objects.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's kind of like very DIY. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so they're saying it's around 100,000.
Yeah.
And so what's the issue?
Beef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Israel's kind of like, you're the new Hamas.
They fought before. They had a war and Israel lost.
Oh, Hezbollah's beaten them before.
Well, Israel retreated. But
okay, so they've got a W under their belt.
Yeah.
They've got a W.
Yeah. And they're far more ruthless and ready to go.
Really?
Than Hamas.
Yeah, yeah.
Hamas, it's like, it's a suicide mission. Everyone knew that.
Everyone kind of knew that.
Everyone knew that fully.
On October 7th, it's like, you really...
It's like, this
come on, guys. Come on.
This is crazy.
Come on. It's like the big dude, and you just throw a cup at him.
Yeah.
It's like the big islander dude and the small kind of like drunk kid from the North Shore throws like a bottle at the at the massive islander guy
but
from Mount
It's scary because, you know, people partying in Tel Aviv still.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't even know if they realize that like bombs are going to get through their dome. If this war starts, 100%. It's going to be gnarly. It's going to be a full-on actual war. Not this just like...
Yeah, we're not versing like the kids.
Yeah, it's going to be like a full-blown conflict.
Okay, I'm going to say, what is it?
Equal proportions.
Is war with... So this is Israel.
Because people are saying it's all because Netanyahu, he's done all these war crimes in Gaza.
Yeah.
The ICC have already put out the arrest warrant. The second the war ends, all the other government around him have like stepped away from him.
Yeah.
The second the war ends, he's going to prison. He's getting locked up.
Is it looking like that?
Yeah, of course, 100%.
Really?
He will be tried by the World Court.
Gosh.
In like a full-on trial for war crimes. It would be probably years. He'll be in court.
Yep.
All the stuff will be coming out. All the dead journalists. All like everything that happened will be deeply investigated.
Yeah.
He's going to get locked up.
So what's his answer? So he's kind of like, if the
war keeps going,
the
war's still going. There's no not trial. There's no new voting. I think they're meant to vote in a few months for the new prime minister.
So he's kind of like,
he wants the war.
I guess
for his benefit.
It's just got to be a war that goes on forever, so I don't end up in prison.
Yeah.
And let's say, how old is he? And I'm trying to assume how much longer he has left on Earth.
Yeah.
And just like how life in prison. Maybe I could do like 5-10 years.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be thrown into like a terrible prison.
He would be put in The Hague.
Right.
Which would be a pretty nice prison. But you're still in prison.
So I'm
probably
just
for the rest of his life.
Okay, let's have a look. What's going on? Oh, here we go. What is this? Israeli military admits it can't win, but Benjamin Netanyahu isn't listening.
Yeah. That's Hezbollah, right?
Oh, this is the Hezbollah war.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
But that's where it's just going to get, like, it's getting so scary that they're going to get pushed so hard, and it's like big bombs are going to start coming out.
Yeah, from Lebanon.
From Israel.
Oh,
they're going to get annihilated.
Yeah.
And then what are they going to do in retaliation? It's just going to get so scary. It's terrifying. It's actually terrifying.
That is kind of
It's
crazy.
not this, like...
It's not this war. It's not this, like, thing that's kind of hidden.
They've got RPGs and there's tanks, and it's like... It's just this slow defeat. And everyone... That's what it is. Yeah. It's not a war. It's just a takeover.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a war. It's so awkward saying like the war in Israel. It's like,
it's not really a war.
It's not really a war.
Yeah.
It's kind of like he's trying to find guys.
People slowly retreating into building.
Yeah.
With like crap weapons, untrained. And they're getting tiny little dubs here and there, but it's like, there's nothing. It's not a war.
And I'm guessing like, so Hezbollah really wants this war.
I doubt it.
They're
just ready for it.
Oh, okay, they're ready.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out like what's going to drag them in, what's going to force them in. Do you know what I mean?
I'm not sure exactly what's happening, but I guess they're just both testing each other at the borders.
Okay. Oh, it's like what was happening in Egypt.
Yeah, it's just little border testing.
That was like, I think...
It's like they're moving a tank here and then they're flying over where they weren't meant to fly, so then they launch a thing here. Yeah. But it's like nothing's escalated yet.
Yeah, because I remember there were like three Egyptian soldiers that got shot kind of outside of Rafah because the IDF were going into some sort of zone they shouldn't be. Yeah. What would they call it? It had some funny name. It was like an American basketball team name or something like that. Yeah. It's like called South Dakota or something. The South Dakota Strip or something.
But Trump's going to stop all
Trump's
going
to stop. Yeah, and you've literally got the elections.
Election that's looming. I think it's in October or November.
Yeah, it's usually October, I think.
So that's just all crazy. I mean, the debate today.
Okay, yeah. I've only watched like 10
hard
minutes.
To watch.
Really?
Like, watch it actually visually. Don't just listen to it.
I can kind of make
Biden
out.
is cracking. It's like doing a speech in year 7.
Yeah.
And you're watching your friend and he's like, it's like watching that. It's like I don't love Trump. I don't necessarily want him to be president, but it's like, this is just so painful.
Because I can hear his ideas and like, I was listening. I was like, okay, no, I agree with that. He's getting his point across. He's like, got some good rebuttals in there and stuff like that.
Spoken English.
Yeah, but he's an old guy. He's an old man.
I know.
And it's like, you just need someone in
Trump's
here.
even like, I don't even know what he just said. But I don't even think he knows what he just said. And then Biden's just said, it's great. And they have a little beef over their golf. It's crazy.
Yeah, I saw that one. That one went kind of...
It's like, when I played, back in my first term, I was on a par 6. Trump's like, I've seen your swing. It's
good. I think that's the entertainment value of it all.
It's truly entertaining.
I'm going to say, here we go. I think it's on...
I want to see the golf one.
Oh. Yeah, I think this is talking about... the treading insults about age, weight, golf handicaps. It's entertainment. This is why people watch it.
I know.
Do you know what I mean? If this was going on anywhere else in the world, it'd be like,
if they just had a serious debate about serious issues.
Kind of boring.
It'd
literally be kind of boring. This is what people are waiting for. Everyone's talking about...
People want them to beef about golf and who's better. People want the game.
Yeah, you want the
Nelk boys will take Donald Trump and Biden and they're going to play golf. And everyone will love it. Have a happy dad and relax.
Because what's going on with Joe Biden's face? Everyone's like talking about his face. I know even like Tim Dillon just posted a photo of his face.
It's he like just does these really scared faces throughout.
Oh, really?
It's just like he just looks
or
lost
his
or
face
scared.
In general. They're saying he's got like a drastic facelift to kind of look like a normal person.
Trump has as well. So
okay, so they're both getting facelifts.
I mean, Trump's got everything under the sun.
Okay, let's
fake tan, fake hair.
Yeah,
probably got facelift, everything.
And I guess it's what you do. You have to look good.
You got to look good.
People don't like someone looking old, sadly. Yeah.
There's that thing. It's like Trump's a businessman. You hear him. He just lies through his teeth the whole time.
Yeah. Oh,
but you get away with it.
That's the thing that I picked up on. I was like, this is crazy. It's like the best that this has ever been in the history of the United States. And it'll be like, Joe Biden's thing is the worst in the history of the United States.
Yeah.
And everything's just like so exaggerated to the point where it's almost childish.
Yeah.
But that's how he's always been.
Yeah.
That's how he's always been. But I'm not that far into the debate. I haven't seen this part.
Because I know what you mean. Like 2 minutes in, you're like, oh, this is kind of normal.
Yeah, this is kind of normal.
Let's play it anyway. Let's play this.
2 cognitive tests. I took physical exams every year. And, you know, we knock on wood wherever we may have wood, that I'm in very good health. I just won 2 club championships, not even senior, 2 regular club championships. To do that, you have to be quite smart.
It's truly incredible. The flexing. It's just incredible.
It's insane because it's kind of like no one's ever seen anything like this before.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like this shouldn't be happening.
The whole world watching.
Yeah, the whole world is watching this. And it's like this shouldn't be happening.
Every world
no leader should be talking like this.
Should be bragging about winning golf championships.
Yeah. Imagine if Obama did this.
You'd hear about it today.
Black people would be... You just would never look at a black person the same ever again.
Yeah.
You'd be like, that's
a joke.
Children.
Yeah.
That I can't believe.
They shouldn't have been accepted into the White
House.
House.
Literally. It's like, look what we've done.
Yeah.
And the world's kind of like, no, it's cool. Yeah, Trump 2024.
Trump 2024.
Yeah, let's...
And you have to be able to hit the ball a long way. And I do it. He doesn't do it. He can't hit a ball 50 yards. He challenged me to a golf match.
His face.
50 yards. I think I'm in very good shape. I feel that I'm as in good a shape as I was 25, 30 years ago. Actually, I'm probably a little bit lighter, but I'm in as good a shape as I was.
It is great.
It's great.
The way of talk, it's so funny. It's that people who are naturally funny.
Yeah.
Like just naturally, they have no control over this.
Yeah.
What they say, they're just
so entrenched
funny.
into being the best businessman, then just comes out. He just can't help himself.
Yeah.
He's got to brag. It's all part of it. You talk yourself up. It's always a talk up.
And you believe it. The people around you just kind of go with it.
Yeah.
It's like the most arrogant, confident person in the room. If they keep on like boasting about how great they are,
they just are.
You laugh at a certain point.
Yeah.
But when they've done it so much, it's like you don't know or even feel sorry for them. You just go with it. and then they end up being the leader.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? And that's always happened with like group assignments at like uni or high school. It's like, I'm going to be the leader. We're going to do
the
this.
most confident one.
Yeah.
We'll win.
And everyone kind of looks around like, look at this guy. And he's like, we're doing this. This is your job. I said, I guess this is my job then. And you like go to the person next to you. Oh, I guess it's our job. And then next thing you know, you've got the presentation in a week.
Yeah.
And that guy's the leader.
Yeah.
And you're having to message him like, hey, dude, what have I got to do?
You're almost happy that he's the leader.
You're almost happy he's the leader.
You need the leader. Builds a society. Everyone's got their little function.
100%.
Let's keep going.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Was years ago. I feel very good. I feel the same. But I was willing to take a cognitive test. And you know what? If I didn't do well, I aced him. Dr. Ronnie Jackson, who's a great guy when he was White House doctor. And then I took another one, a similar one. And one of them said they've never seen anybody ace him.
Thank you.
You can't make this up. Said he took a cognitive test. One of the doctors said he's never even seen a person ever ace it. Ever. A 29-year-old genius bodybuilder couldn't even do it.
Yeah, I don't even...
80-year-old man aced it.
This is a guy... Everyone knows this guy.
Yeah.
Like, everyone has this guy in their family. Everyone's come across this guy in a pub.
Yeah. A boss or someone like that.
And it's almost so unbelievable. But you love him.
You love him.
You love him because there's something kind of endearing or cute about it.
There's something because you're like, it's probably a bit true, but they're exaggerating.
Yeah.
And then by the end, it just becomes true because you admit that, it's probably a bit true, but they are definitely exaggerating. But
yeah, they're definitely exaggerating.
You've kind of admitted still in your head that it's true.
Yes, like
so it serves its purpose.
He's lying. He is smart though, but
it's almost like manipulation
really
where rather than just saying it and you speculate that it's not true, you say an obvious lie. So you only you speculate that maybe it's not as true as it is.
Interesting.
It's genius. It's like it's just this like psychological manipulation.
And he does that with everything.
Yeah.
Like it was the best.
It's like the Eminem thing. Yeah. It's like say everything that's wrong with you, then what are they going to say?
Interesting.
You beat them. And then they're left with nothing.
Yeah, because it's like Joe Biden had America in the worst place it's ever been in the history of its foundation. He's just thrown that out there. And it's like, oh, wait a second. No, that's
definitely
that's not true. And then it's like you have to. There's almost like there's a hole, and you got to kind of dig yourself out of it. You're like, no, that's not true.
Like, see what Biden says.
Yeah, let's see.
You can see he is 6'5" and only 223 pounds or 235 pounds. Well, you said 6'4", 200. Well, anyway, that's it. Anyway, just take a look at what he says he is and take a look at what he is. Look, I'd be happy to have a driving contest with him. I got my handicap, which when I was vice president, down to a 6. But by the way, I told you before, I'm happy to play golf if you carry your own bag. Think you can do it?
That's the biggest lie that he's a 6 handicap of all.
I was an 8 handicap. 8. You know how many?
The fact that he says that, it's like he's called him a liar about all these serious issues.
Yeah.
But the biggest is that he's a 6 handicap. Just saying that.
And then
like,
Joe's
like, real.
But then Joe's like, I'm an 8. So it is a lie. Do you know what I mean? That's not a good look.
Does he say that? I missed that.
Yeah, he's like, I'm an 8. I was lying about that. Which is...
Before, I'm happy to play golf if you carry your own bag. Think you can do it?
That's the biggest lie that he's a 6 handicap of all.
I was an 8 handicap. 8.
Yeah, that's... What? I didn't even hear that. That's so crazy.
So we got caught out lying. That's a weird thing. Just go with it. Keep the lie.
Just go with it. Like Trump has.
Trump will say, I played off scratch.
Trump never went back on anything.
Yeah, he never went back on it. He'd be like, I played off scratch. He'd be like, that's the biggest lie. And I was like, I did. I played off scratch.
Move on. Next point.
Next point.
It's gone.
Joe's like, okay, I was an 8. And then it opens this world of like, maybe you weren't even that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? 6 is pretty hard to be. I have a friend who plays golf. We have a friend who plays golf every weekend. I think he's like above 10.
Wow. So 6 is crazy.
6 is crazy good. Like he's a great golfer.
Wow.
A great golfer. I think
this is the presidential debate for America 2024.
I guess you do have to talk about how you are physically.
They've spent 2 minutes on who's the better golfer. That's the state of the world right now. Like, there's 2 major wars breaking out.
I'm going to see what did US...
Biden made a good point. Not a good point, like it has been said, but the whole like Putin thing with Ukraine and how scary it could be.
Yeah.
And whether it is just like this scary propaganda that we're not seeing yet. And it's like he is almost, I don't want to compare him to Hitler, but somewhat similar in a takeover of Europe.
Oh, okay.
And
Putin,
it's like, this is what it was like when Hitler started.
Yeah.
When they just went to war with one country. And it's like, oh, but I guess that kind of was Germany or something. And they're similar.
Yeah.
And then it's just, it goes slow. And then he takes Ukraine, and then he does just invade Poland. But there's some other reason that people like argue and try to justify, and it just keeps going. And it happens so long that it's so slow that you forget that, oh, remember he took Ukraine as well, and now he's got Poland.
I think if you get
now he's going into
like Estonia or something like that.
And now they're going into Lithuania, now they're going into Romania, and it's like they're trying to take over Europe.
Yeah. I think you get stopped a second.
What's wrong if they take over a big portion of Europe?
That's true.
They're not that evil. So what?
Yeah,
he still has a democracy somewhat. He lets them do they're their own little state, but within the Russian oligarch.
I see videos on YouTube. It's like why you need to leave the West right now and move to Moscow. That's literally a video I saw on YouTube.
Literally. I mean, that's been a big thing that people will be like, in 10 years, you should be in China or Russia.
Yeah.
So learn one of them. It's like, what does that mean? What do you know? What's coming?
That's all I see. All I see on YouTube is like why you need to leave the West. People just
we're staying. Drink Water podcast. Drink your water. See you next time. I got to go.
You actually have to go?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Peace out.
Good night, everyone. Peace.